Hello, today I'm going to show you a feature in DNA which is called RunOS, and I'm going to use Meraki as an example. I'm going to show you how easy it is to integrate with your Meraki environment. Um, so what I will do actually is I will create a new module directly from the catalog, and this is going to be a RunOS module. So I'm going to give it a name. So for example, Meraki gets all device information. Now, for myself, I put there OS, so I know this is an OS module, OS script, and I can give it a description as well. I mean, description in this case is pretty much the same, but I can basically put some more stuff there as well if I want. The next thing that I'm going to do is I need to have some input parameters. Now, I'm going to use in this case two strings. And I need basically an API key, which is this one. And I need an org ID as well, which is this one. I can call these whatever I want, but it's important that you're using some consistent naming conventions. For now, I'm going to put a default value in here, which is the API key of the Meraki. This is, by the way, a test environment, so not a live environment. And I'm also going to use a org ID, which is this one. Now, the next thing that I'm going to do is I'm going to use some code. And I'm going to use a code which looks like this. And it's very simple. Basically, it's going to use the API key and the org ID. And it's basically going to make a request to get a list of devices in the organization. And it's going to use this URL for it, which is basically connecting through the REST API from Meraki. And then it will handle the response nicely. Now I need to change the language to Python because this is a Python script. And you can see there is no version right now. But once I save this module, you see that it's the first version and the only version as well at this point. I can run a test, and I'm going to run a test against a device. Now this is how it works. You need to have a Linux device in this case to run the RunOS script. But otherwise it's very simple. And it basically gives me a mistake in the code. Now I didn't do this on purpose to make a mistake, but it's actually good to show it, that you basically see that there is an invalid syntax. So let's go back to the code here, and apparently there is something that I did wrong, and it's very simple. I basically put in the wrong variable here because I actually need to use the org ID. You can see that actually here in the input parameters I used the wrong backend name, so I need to make sure that the backend name, which is matching with this item and this item, is the same. So let me update the module again. And I'll execute a test. And I will run the module. Now it's working quite nicely, but I don't really like the way the output is generated. I would really like to have this in a proper table within DNA. So I will go back to the module actually, and I need to make some changes to it. So first of all, what I need to do is I need to basically import JSON as a package, and I also need to make some other changes to the structure of the code. Yeah. So basically, what I will do is I will basically change it slightly, and it's going to look like this. Yeah, so it basically will add some more stuff to it. It will even add now some status to it as well, compared to the previous thing. So it's a bit more structured data, and I'm going to update this module. And I'm going to execute a test. I can run the module and let's see what the output is going to be. So you can see that on the top of the table, it looks much nicer. It gives you much more information. You can see that this is really a test environment because most of the devices are actually not online. This one is actually online, which is nice. We can maybe use this for a other video. Thanks for watching it and talk to you later.